Okay. Thank you guys for hopping on our team call this Tuesday, our first team call of 2017. I wrote the date like 3 times now, and I've nailed it every single time. I remember a couple years ago, I'd like scribble out the 2 and write the 3, or 5 and the 6 or whatever. But I was very proud of myself, and it's 2017. It's January 3rd. I know today's date. I only know that because I've been dating my affirmations and my goals every day. So every day I know what day it is, and it's great. So now I could start these calls and be like, hey, it's not just Tuesday. It's actually Tuesday the 3rd. So I want to first off thank you guys all for hopping on tonight and taking time out of your lives and your busy schedules. A lot of you guys are East Coasters, and it's 9:30 already your time. So I know some of you guys wake up early. We have West Coasters over here who also wake up early, and some night owls who probably thrive on late night calls. So thank you for hopping on anyways. I wanted to talk to you guys about how to make 2017 successful. Carl Deichler talked a little bit about moving forward in 2017 and making the best out of it on the National Wake Up Call. If you guys have not listened to that, schedule a time this week to listen to it. Also, Joelle spoke about 2017 and how to make the best of it on the Misfit Republic team call. And that is in the podcast under Misfit Republic, if you guys do not know. And if you are Canadian coaches, you can listen to the podcast for free, because I know I talked to one of my amazing coaches from Canada, and she was asking me, oh my God, sorry, I just noticed Tommy's on here. He's a man, and it's weird again. Sorry, welcome, Tommy, welcome. We're excited to have you. If I say ladies, just call me out, bitch slap me if you must. It's going to take some getting used to, but it's cool. We're excited to have you. Sorry, I totally lost something shiny. Anyways, so that was another good podcast. You guys could go to the podcast for both any Team Beachbody calls and Misfit Republic calls. Now, let me get into my spiel. So whether you're a brand new coach or a coach that's been, a coach for a while, either way, maybe you have not been feeling as productive as you should be, right? I know there's so many of us that are like, I've been a coach for a month, or I've been a coach for a year, or I've been a coach for a couple years, and I've been stagnant in my business. Whether I've been stagnant in my income, stagnant in my volume, stagnant in my rank, whatever it is, you just don't feel like you're growing or improving in your business. And that's completely fine. There's no shame in your game if that is. But I'm going to tell you how to get out of that tonight, okay? So what I want you guys to do, and unless you're taking notes, I want you to stop what you're doing. So clear off Facebook, turn off the music, stop washing dishes, whatever it is you're doing, focus on this call, okay? Unless you're eating, then I completely understand. Yes, Cindy, I just called you out. You can eat. Okay, so first things first. I want you to visualize what 2017 means to you. What are you hoping to accomplish over the year? Physically, mentally and emotionally, and financially. What are the things that you want to accomplish and that you want to bring at the end of the year? And you have to be specific. You have to be detailed. You can't just be like, I want to pay off debt, or I want some money in savings, or I want to travel. Where do you want to travel to? How many times do you want to travel this year? Who do you want to travel with? Do you want to bring your whole family with you? Just your spouse? Do you want to take your kids to Legoland? Where do you want to go? How much money do you want to pay off in debt? How much money do you want in savings? How do you want to feel physically in your body? Uh-oh. Got to go on a mute hunt again. Okay. And if you guys have any questions, go ahead and put them in the chat box, or you can wait until after to answer them too. So you want to be super specific where you want to be within yourself, your life, your lifestyle, your relationships. What do you want to accomplish? Then the second, because visualization doesn't do any good unless you create an action plan. How are you going to make those things happen? Girl, Jen, I got you. I got you, boo. How are you going to make these things happen? Because you can't just say, I'm going to lose 50 pounds, but I don't know what I'm going to do every day, but I'm going to do it. How are you going to be eating? How often are you going to be working out? How much water are you going to be drinking daily? How much sleep are you going to be getting? How are you going to be talking to yourself? How are you going to be getting support or accountability? You need to know these things. If you want certain income, how are you going to get that income? If you want certain, team growth, how are you going to establish that? You have to create an action plan to help you to get to where you want to be. Now, here's a big one. These next two ones are like the best piece of advice that you can get, and I bet you hear it every single day on every single call. First one is commit to consistency. Let me say that one more time. Commit to consistency. Successful people do not become successful when the only work they put in is when it's convenient for them. We all have lives. We all get sick. Our cars break down. Our jobs, we work longer hours one day. Holidays come up. We eat our feelings. All this stuff happens, right? We all have different lives, but yet the same chaos going in and out of our lives. You're not going to become successful physically, mentally, or financially if you only put in the work when it's convenient to you. If you say, oh, you know what? I'm only working 4 hours today at my part-time job. I could do my workout today. Tomorrow I'm working 8 hours. I can't work out today. Is that being consistent? Does that mean you're making your goal a priority? Because if you're not being consistent, even on the tough days, that means that goal right there is not a priority to you. Would you not feed your children or your family on days that you're busy? No, because that's a priority, Cindy. Yes, they can fend for themselves. No, because that's a priority to you, right? Second one, commit to implementation. Oh yeah, I nailed it the second time. Commit to implementation. I read this in this amazing book today, The 12-Week Year. So he said, most people have the capacity to double or triple their income just by consistently applying what they already know today. But how many of us, I want a show of hands, how many of you tried to recreate the wheel? Whether it was a workout program, doing hybrids, doing a meal plan, doing anything to recreate the wheel, trainings, a new coach sneak peek, a clean eating group, any of those. How many of you guys had tried to recreate it? Right. But yet we have these programs, these trainings, everything laid out so simply for us that if we just implemented them, what would happen? Oh my gosh, I'm going to be a truth bomb right here. I did Core to Force right when it came out, right? I got it at leadership, so I started a week before everybody else got to. I followed the program to a T, and I nailed my results. Like, my results were ridiculous. I haven't got good results like this in a long time because I haven't been following a plan. I followed the nutrition plan and I followed the workout. Guess what? I'm 5 days away from ending round 2. I'm back where I started. You know why? I've been half-assing my nutrition. I've been half-assing my workouts because I'm not following what was given to me, because I was using an excuse. Oh, this is going on. Oh, the holidays. Oh, blah, blah, blah. I was just putting my goals on the back burner and saying they're not a priority anymore. But I have proof that if you implement what you're taught, what I already knew in the portion control system, in the workouts, laid out in a schedule that I didn't have to guess what to do next, if I followed it, I would get these great results that I just did a month ago. But I didn't. This is our lives in a nutshell. We consistently do this to ourselves. Am I right? Another question for you guys. How many of you guys have highlighted something in a book or jotted down notes from a call or a training, and that's where it stayed? Girls and guys, sorry. I just cleaned out my office and I was telling everybody that jumped on early, I have 4 spiral notebooks that are like this thick with notes from Platinum Edge, from Summit, from Super Saturdays. I was going through them. I'm like, oh my God, this is money. Oh my God, this is amazing. Why have I never implemented this shit? Because I closed my notebook, put it away, there it stayed. We do that so often. But the stuff that we know today, if we actually implement it, we would be successful. But yet we think we always need to know more. We always need to know the ins and outs of everything. But if we just followed our heart and listened to that and let it guide us, we know everything. If we just put into the action that we learn on the trainings or this week's calls, we could put that into action and who knows what would happen. It's not what you know or who you know. It's what you implement that counts. Another quote from the 12-year week. Y'all have read it. You're all ahead of me and you're all like, yeah, I know. We read this. Probably quoted on social media. Okay. Now I'm going to give you simple steps, what you can be doing every day to be successful. It doesn't matter if you signed up this morning, you signed up last year, or you signed up 5 years ago. Follow a checklist. I have a specific one for my entire downline. I don't know if any of you have recreated your own. If you follow a checklist, it helps guide you just like the schedule, just like a meal plan. It tells you everything that you should be doing to be successful, right? All my stuff on there is basically from the business activity tracker from the Beachbody website. It's just prettier and manlier. I'm sorry, I really suck at this. Number 2, tracking. If you don't track who you are talking to, you are going to lose them. Maybe you'll lose the follow-up. Maybe you'll forget that you've talked to them. Maybe you forgot what you talked about. Tracking is key. You could use pen and paper. You can use Teamsy. You can use Streak. Any sort of software or anything out there you can use. The 4 vitals. And one I kind of expanded on. So bear with me. I know a lot of you are already doing it, but just bear with me. Number 1. I think the first 2 you should be doing anyways, because whether you're a Beachbody coach or not, it's something you should be working at if you want a happier and healthier life. So number 1 is working on you physically, being a product of the product. Are you doing your workouts? Because you can't be talking to people about getting stronger physically or getting fit or losing weight or anything like that unless you're working towards that yourself. You're like a used car salesman selling Hondas when you drive a Lexus. It does not work, and you're just dirty and pushy. Oh my God, I'm sorry if anyone's a used car salesman, by the way. Number 2, personal development. And this is the one I'm expanding on. We have a group called Believing in Yourself that we have been doing our daily rituals, if you will. And when we read our personal development, we also add in writing our goals and our affirmations, which I like to call your daily love. Affirmations, if you've never written them before, it's talking to yourself the way that you should. It's talking to yourself the way the people that love you most talk to you. Because how often or not, we tell ourselves we are not good enough. We tell ourselves we're not strong enough. We're not made to do this. We're not successful. We're not confident. We're not this, this, and this. But the more you tell yourself something, the more you believe it. So why not turn that around and speak to yourself like you love yourself? So that goes in with your personal development. It does not take much time. It really does not. And it changes your life. It changes your relationships. It changes the way you feel about yourself in your day and how you interact with other people. It makes you push harder in your workouts. It makes you stick to your nutrition plan. Because I'm telling you, I felt that way before where I didn't feel good in my own body. I didn't love myself. I wasn't confident. So was I going to treat myself good physically and fuel myself with good food? No, I'm an emotional eater. You best believe I was grabbing the pizza and the ice cream and whatever else was in my pantry for my kid. But if I talk to myself of all the things that I want to feel and be, you best believe I'm going to be on point in anything that I have control with. And you guys need to do it too. If you haven't done it before, start tomorrow. Start tomorrow in the morning. Write your daily goals and your affirmations. My goals, they range from month end to year end to 5 years down the road. It doesn't matter. You can have a date on them. Be specific. Just write where you're headed. Add in your visualization. That was step 1. And number 3, if you're into the 4 vitals, it's called invite, invite, invite. I call it making new friends. Because let's be real here. You can't really chit chat on a Zoom or through Facebook Messenger a whole bunch if the person's not your friend. You develop that relationship and then all of a sudden they're your BFF, right? Or your best bud. You make new friends. It doesn't feel icky when you're like, I need to make some friends today. It feels good. It fills your cup up, right? I need to go make some new friends. I need to go establish some really good, strong relationships. Then you go out there and you seek new friends. Not because the ones you have right now aren't good enough because you know they're thebomb.com. You just want more of them. So go make friends. And last but not least, recognition. Do shout outs. Give yourself a shout out for your progress. Maybe you've been on point with your nutrition for 3 days this week. Maybe you have a coach on the team that has great results doing something. Maybe you've seen a coach do an amazing post about nutrition or water or whatever. There's so many different ways you can recognize your team, your coaches, your challengers, your friends. There's so many ways. People love shout outs. It makes people feel good and it makes you feel giving that love back to people. So the next one is, hold on. Yes, I love that. I love that, Cindy. I remember Corinne Earle one time said, how can I, but on her Power Hour list, she wrote, how can I add value to people's lives today when it came to her postings too. So I thought that was good, but I love what you put on top of your Power Hour. Cindy said, how many people can I impact in a positive way today? And she plays Eye of the Tiger. Of course you do. To pump you up. All right. Next is posting on social media. This is what I say is the gravy to your dish. You know, everyone likes mashed potatoes and gravy. It's the gravy. It's like the smothering of it all. People, if you message people, if you go to make new friends with people, they're going to immediately go to your Facebook or your Instagram, and they're going to see within 5 seconds who you are and if they can trust you. If they see nothing but sales pitches, they're going to probably decline your message or not read it. If they see this wonderful, amazing person that makes them laugh and they're, oh my God, look at, they're sweating their ass off and they're working hard and this, and this. Or they're going to go, oh, she hasn't posted in 2 weeks. That's weird. Why is she messaging me? Oh, she hasn't posted in a month. Oh, she posts once every 3rd Tuesday. You think those people are going to trust you or want you to help them on their journey? Probably not. Because if they see you only posting frequently when it's convenient for you, they're going to think you could only help them when it's convenient for you. I'm not saying there's people out there, which I'm sure there is, but I'm not saying that everyone you help are going to be at your beck and call at 24 hours, 7 days a week, because that's not it. But they need to know that they can count on you when you're their coach. Whether they sign up as a challenger or a coach, they need someone they can count on. So posting frequently and consistently is building that trust with people, and it's helping them get to know who it is that you are. Don't just share workout videos. Don't just share all your delicious recipes. Don't just share motivational quotes. Mix it up. Share who you are. If you have cats, share cats. If you have kids, share some of your kids. People need to look at inside of your life. I remember, I think Cindy was with me at this training when Chalene Johnson said, if someone's posting nothing but cats, I unfollow them or whatever. I think it was that Platinum Edge. And like, the more I thought about it, I was like, oh, I need to stop posting that I'm a mom. I need to stop posting about my kid. And you know what? That's one thing that I never changed. Yes, Chalene Johnson, I stopped kissing my Shakeology bottle like you requested. I did that. But this is one thing I never stopped doing because I wanted to attract moms. That was very important to me. I wanted to attract family-oriented women because they would get me. They would get my struggles. They wouldn't mind if my kid ran around like shooting Nerf guns all over the place. They'd get it, right? So I never stopped that. I didn't flood my Instagram with it or my Facebook with it, but I sprinkled it in just like everything, just like my motivational quotes, just like my stories, my struggles, my successes, my recognition, my personal development, my workouts. I sprinkle that all in. Don't forget, here's another thing, and I know a lot of you guys have heard me say this. Hopefully a lot of you have implemented it. Post every single day something that has to do with you being a coach. Because I do not want you guys struggle like me. And for my first 2 years of coaching, I never talked about being a Beachbody coach unless I said, join my challenge group, Turbo Fire is on sale, whatever I said back then. And I inspired so many people to get Piyo, so many people to get Turbo Fire, so many people to do P90X3. Where'd you get it? eBay, Amazon, Beachbody.com. But I'm a coach. What? You are? I felt like a failure every time someone said, or they questioned the fact that I was a Beachbody coach. I'm like, but I kiss my Shakeology bottle. Who does that? They just thought I really love Shakeology. So don't do what I do and talk about something that makes you a coach every day, or talk about something that explains that you're a coach. Maybe you talk about how you're on a team chat right now and you're taking a screenshot with my bobbly head. Or maybe you talk about how one of your teammates did something amazing. Or you talk about how you're mailing your challengers a gift for something or whatever. Or something that you get to do because you're a Beachbody coach. I always talk about, this is how I incorporate my lifestyle post with my coaching post. I always talk about how I love being able to go pick up my kid every single day from school because I make my own hours. You will see lots of pictures of us holding hands, walking on the road. Hopefully that lasts a lifetime, but he's already 7. And I'm feeling like that's not going to happen very much longer. Anyways, so posting on social media 3 to 5 times a day. Okay. So Teresa, actually, I'm calling you out today. I love you. She asked me, how do you know when to post? Because some people set alarms. Some people, have things jotted down what they want to talk about during the day. The thing I told her is anything that I'm doing at that given moment that is going to help me where I want to visualize physically, mentally, emotionally, financially. If I'm doing an exact moment, I take a picture of it and I post it. If I'm talking about, or if I'm hanging out with my kid and it's freedom, because I want freedom, I talk about freedom. If I'm reading personal development, it's helping me grow mentally, I post that. I share my workouts. I share different tips in the kitchen. I share all this stuff. And you can do it however you want. I know a lot of people have busy schedules, so maybe you do need a timer. But to me, it works better if it's from the heart. I can't have pre-scheduled posts. I can't have planned posts. To me, like shit just flies better when it's impromptu, I guess you can say. Sorry if there's any kitties around, earmuffs. This is the next few things I'm going to say are probably the most important, and none of the other stuff matters if you don't follow these next 3 things. And I'll try not to cry. Damn it, Tommy. Okay. The first one, do not limit your goals, or your actions. Do not limit what you want to achieve. There's so many times that I hear coaches questioning what their goals should be because what seems realistic to them. Do not limit yourself. Ever. I don't care if you want to make $1 million this year, put that shit on your goal list. There's nothing ever too big. Number 2, always believe in yourself. Believe that you're the best person in this world being you. No one could be you. You have so much to give that no one else can, just like you. And you need to believe that. And when you believe that, you will stop limiting yourself on your goals and your actions. Let me go back one step. When I say limit your goals and your actions, what I mean by limiting your actions is if you have a goal in mind, and I know this from speaking experience, if you have a goal in mind and you just see it just feels like it's a little bit too out of reach, do you start putting the brake on your actions because you're like, I'm not going to reach it anyway. Why should I go full steam ahead if I know I'm not going to reach it? I know firsthand. I've done that. So if you fully believe in yourself, you will not limit your actions, nor will you limit your goals. Okay. And this last one here, I just put this on here half an hour ago. Me and my son went to go see Sing. I don't know if y'all seen this movie yet, but I have something to share from you from the movie Sing. Yes, it's a children's movie. This is why I'm a mom, and this is why moms get me, okay? The little koala, this furry little creature, he said, don't let fear keep you from doing something you love. Far often to not, we're afraid. We're afraid of inviting. We're afraid of being vulnerable and putting ourselves out there. We're afraid of going Facebook Live. We're afraid of being seen. What are you afraid of? You all signed up as a Beachbody coach because you wanted to help people. The end, you wanted to help people. Whether you wanted to help them financially, with freedom, physically, mentally, emotionally, all of the above, you wanted to help people. But if you let fear hold you back, you're not doing what you love. You cannot let fear lead you anymore. Uh-oh. Can you guys see me, hear me okay? Because it says my connection is unstable. And everybody is frozen. Oh no! Can you guys hear me? Oh, okay. Okay, good. Y'all just, okay, good. Now I forgot what I was saying. I was on a little venting sesh, but you cannot let fear hold you back. You can only lead with love and excitement and everything that is positive. 2017 is a new year. 2016 was a shit show for a lot of people, pardon my French, which is actually English. It was a mess. But it's a new year with new beginnings. Maybe you had a rough start when you first signed up as a coach. Maybe you had a rough ending at 2016. Maybe you had a great success with your first program, and ever since then you kind of like half-assed everything else. Well, you can start fresh right now. You can start believing in yourself right now. You can start giving it your all right now. Stop limiting yourself. Stop limiting your actions. Stop limiting your beliefs. If you want to reach those goals that you visualized, if you want to give what your family deserves, what you deserve, what the community deserves, anything that you have control of, you have the power to change. But you have to be consistent. You can't just be there when it's convenient for you, because that won't work. You have to put in the work and you have to do it consistently. I'm going to stop saying that word because I feel like someone's going to punch me if I say consistently one more time. Stop hiding the notes after you write them. Stop hiding the books after you highlight all over them. Start showing up because you depend on that. You're done coasting through life. You're done settling. We all want greatness, right? It's up to you to change that. You can all be that greatness. Okay. Don't ever stop saying it. We all need to hear it all the time. Yes. All right. I will. I love you guys. You guys love consistency. I love it. Okay. So that is my little takeaways that I didn't want. Oh, I still hit half an hour, but I wanted to do short and sweet, but those I sat down and I thought, what is the best pieces of advice that I could give to them that hopefully, just hopefully, fingers crossed, knocking on wood, that they would implement. Because I'm being completely honest with you guys, for the longest time, I would listen to calls when I was washing dishes, when I was playing with my kid, when I was folding laundry, even when I was sitting there focusing on it. I wouldn't implement anything. I'd be like, okay, that's good information. Cool. Or like I told you before, I took plenty of notes. Did I implement that? Did I look at them today and be like, oh my gosh, look at this. Oh my gosh, look at this. I'm asking you guys to learn from my mistakes. I don't tell you stuff that does not work. I've been a coach for, oh my gosh, almost 5 years at the end of this month. I've learned a lot on my own, and I learned a lot from amazing mentors. The things that I tell you work. I don't tell you stuff just to tell you stuff, just because I think it's fun to talk. I'm here for you, and I'm giving you guys my all. But I can't do the work for you. I can't be consistent for you. On your own journey, in your business, at home, I can't do it. It's up to you. But I'll give you the tools and the tips and everything that I know. But it's up to you to be consistent and implement it. Now I'm going to go through the chat. And don't forget, I won't forget that we have a selfie after this because I got ridiculed. One time in almost 5 years, I forgot a selfie. But if anyone has any questions, you could unmute yourself. Otherwise, I will go through the chat box to see if there's any questions. Cherie, I do Post-its, and I have Post-its on my mirror in my bathroom. Post-its is blurred out. See, look at this. Post-its. And of course, they're bright colors. So a lot of people love Teamsy. If you guys have never tried Teamsy, they have a 30-day trial, so you can try it for free. Cindy does scheduling stuff with the timer. I lost followers. I have gained all followers, kind of flying by the seat of my pants, so I agree with that. Oh, yeah. Yeah, a lot of us lose followers, or we lose friends, or people that we thought we were helping.
People can totally tell the difference between in the moment thought versus scheduling, even if it doesn't have a buffer thing attached to it. Like right. the Facebook auto scheduling doesn't have that. And I totally tried to do that because I was trying to get more organized because I felt like I was, crazy and all the time. And then now, and I lost like a ton of followers and that I've gained over the years, just from having really no plan, just really sharing what works for me or what I'm struggling with at that certain time. And I really think that there's something to be said for truly being just authentic and in the moment with your followers. I know that there are certain things that do need to be scheduled, things that are like more important, like call to action posts, I think could be scheduled out, like inviting you to a challenge group publicly or inviting you to the coaching opportunity or a sneak peek publicly. But like other things, like as you're doing it. And one thing I noticed too is I used to get really, I don't even pay attention to Facebook algorithms. I just post enough that my followers see it, right? I think that that's something that people get too worried about. Oh, what time I should post? Is my Facebook algorithm, is it up? Am I raising my affinity and all that stuff? which there is something to be said about that. But I think that if most people just consistently, that will naturally happen and it'll naturally go up and you'll naturally have followers. And one thing too that I used to really struggle with is I would be like really worried about posting too soon right after something. But now I'm just like right now, tonight, I just posted my workout thing. And then I made some ranch for my whole 30 thing. And it was like less than an hour after I post my workout picture. And I'm like, you know what? Screw it. I'm just going to post it. Now it's being shared like crazy. So it doesn't even matter. Like just post. That's the key, right? Keep posting.
Thank you, Cindy. Yes. I want to congratulate Tracy. She said by putting her goals down daily for 2 months that she needed a new car. Yesterday, she walked away with a brand new car. Goal crushed. Yeah, Tracy, that's freaking awesome. All right. Vicki, what do I use to track? I use pen and paper. Maybe I will do a video training on how I do pen and paper. It won't be a Zoom, but I will do a YouTube video and I will put it up in our group. Because I know Cindy has asked me that for like 3 years now. But I'm getting better with systems. 2017 is a changed year. I promise. So I had an opposite experience. I failed at a goal today. Tips to regroup. Just brush it off. Forgive yourself. Tomorrow's a new day. You know, there's a lot of times where we fail or we don't fail, but maybe we don't hit the goal. We just need to move the goal date, not change the goal itself. Danny, scheduled posts are not productive. Our scheduled posts not productive. So actually, when you schedule a post, it doesn't show up on the main wall on Facebook because Facebook hates scheduled posts. Facebook is kind of rude, if you will. So when they're organic posts that you do, it shows up with more traffic. But yeah, they don't like Buffer, Hootsuite, or even the time posts that you can do through your like page, which I don't even know if you can do anymore. But I would be best as you can. I would post them organically.
Can I say something real quick on that?
Yes, of course, Dana.
What I do with that is because I've noticed that too. I'll schedule it just for my like memory purposes, and then as soon as it goes, oh hey, I posted it, I go copy, paste, save, click, and then I post it organically, and then I delete the other one. I mean, I don't do that every time, but if it's like a really good one that I really want people to see, I try to like go in and change it so it's like organic, and it seems to work a little better. But I mean, it's kind of tedious, but
hey, whatever works for you too. I love the fact, Mallory, thank you so much for answering her. You got a lot of great responses when you were honest about failing at your first attempt at the ultimate reset. People like honesty in real life. This is so true. If you ever feel like you fail at a workout or you fail at your nutrition or you fail at anything that you work hard on doing, be honest and open on social media because you're more relatable to people too. People don't like perfection, and they don't think that they don't like to think that they need to be perfect in order to achieve happiness and great health. And so when you're upfront and you're honest about it, then they're like, wow, well, you know, if she can go through this struggle and still overcome it and get these great results or feel good about herself or whatever, so can I. So yeah, definitely share any of those, even though those are hard moments to come to truth with or become aware of. It's better when you share it because also it's like you taking responsibility and it's like a weight off your shoulders. So, who is going to rock 2017? Ooh, yeah. All right. Okay. Does anyone have any last minute questions before we do a selfie? That's important. All right. And if you guys want, you can even share this group selfie for your coach post today. Look at, I'm giving you a freebie. $5 from all of you. Just kidding. All right, I'm gonna stop the recording. So thank you for watching the recording. This is not something that I have been successful at yet, but maybe by the end of 2017, I'll figure out how to end a recording nicely. So that's